Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 252 of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I'm going to try to keep up with the episode number again, so I eventually fuck it up.
Wait, you're like setting yourself up for disaster?
I'm just being honest, you know? I know that I'm gonna get it wrong eventually.
This is episode Trico, right?
252.
What's Pokemon 252?
No, Trico was a 251 would be Celebi, I think. 252 is Trico, yes.
Oh, snap! I nailed it!
Yeah, you did. Good job. I think it's Celebi. Let me think.
I just googled it. It's Trico, yes.
Yeah.
Solon was right.
Okay. There you go. Nice.
I am so on my shit this week. This is incredible. I got that.
You sound like you're gonna.
I got that Legends lunch a couple days ago. I won an Apex Legends with Krill and Chris. Like, it was a Chooch Legends lunch. And, like, ever since that moment, I've been on my shit. It feels really good.
There you go. You really sound like you're about to burst into tears. And
don't worry. I put on. I found some gamer glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so everything's yellow. Everything's yellow.
Okay.
I've also got the yellow game fuel.
Was that the one?
That's wonderful.
The yellow one. I don't remember.
Maybe.
It's game fuel. She likes more of them than she doesn't. I'm pretty sure.
Rose isn't here, but I'm trying to bring Rose out in spirit with this tropical pineapple drink.
Yeah, you know Rose, the fucking kahuna, the big kahuna over here.
Yep.
The big kahuna.
I don't fucking know. Folks, it's been quite a wild week. We've got some high highs, some low lows, and in between it all, we all played some video games. So, do y'all want to hop right into the big good news or the big bad news first thing? Oh, before we start, I'm John. I didn't say that. I'm John, and with me this week is Niall.
Hi, I'm here.
And Solon is here.
Hello, I'm here.
I'm sorry if this is your first episode and you're just like, who are these three clowns yelling at each other about this wild shit? You know now. You know us. Get to know us. The Chooch. We're here for you. So, I'll put it out to you two, though. Should we start off with the good news or the good news or the bad news?
Bad news.
All right, let's get it out of the way.
Okay.
I'm a bad news.
Let's get it out of the way.
I'm a bad news kind of guy, and this is kind of the biggest thing.
That's right. All right, so let's bring it down a little bit, because this is very unfortunate.
Yes.
And hopefully this... I know it sucks that something big like this kind of has to happen to really... or it doesn't have to happen, but it's taken this happening to really push forward the unionization talks again, because we talked about it for a brief moment last week. Activision Blizzard announced that they were going to lay off a big portion of their employees. They finally went ahead and did so. They fired 800 people. 800 people.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately afterwards, during an earnings call, Bobby Kotick announced that they had made record profits.
Yeah, I think he opened the earnings call by basically saying, we made more money than we ever made, but we also didn't make as much as we wanted to make, so we're, like, downsizing, basically. That's not his words, but that's essentially what he said, to paraphrase it. I have the actual quote here. While our financial results for 2018 were the best in our history, we didn't realize our full potential. To help us reach our full potential, we have made a number of important leadership changes, which means cutting like 8% of staff, I believe. So 800 people. Yeah. And I mean, this whole thing just gets worse, because in that same earning call, they were like, oh, and also shareholders are going to get like increased payments of 9%. So the people at the top are making more and more money, and now 800 people are like losing their jobs. They've they basically said, I think, that the majority of layoffs were going to be in non-development roles, but according to the reports that have come out, like it's on Gamma Sutra, they just completely shut down the San Francisco office for King, the Candy Crush people, and there's one other studio, I think it's in France, that like may or may not be closing down, and they still like don't even know if any of them are going to have jobs or what's happening with that studio. So it's such a fucked situation, I guess.
Wow, that's when you hit 800, like that's not just staffing change, that's not just like a division that's moving, that's you're canceling entire buildings worth of people. Yeah. Those are campuses that are closing down. So King?
King's San Francisco office. I think they have one in Dublin as well, which is still open.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, so afterwards, pretty much immediately, the conversation about the games industry unionizing sparked up once again, as it should. More and more people are pushing, and I am glad that I saw more articles about the laid off workers and the push to unionize than Activision talking about the next Call of Duty, because that was something that they were just like, yeah, well, we're going to do a campaign again this year. But I saw more people just being like, yeah, 800 people lost their jobs today because Bobby Kotick needed another 2 yachts. Like, no.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, and I'm like, again, it's a shame that this kind of stuff happens and then these conversations happen. Like, I hope unionization conversations continue as time goes on, and it doesn't just stop once these people find new jobs, or, like, it's because it's going to keep happening. These folks are going to get hired by EA or Ubisoft or whatever, and they're going to finish working on an Assassin's Creed or Anthem DLC or whatever, and then they're going to get fired again.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep happening until they unionize.
Yeah, and like, what makes this even worse is to go from, we made record money to, and we fired 800 people in the same breath. Like, especially when you consider that, Bobby Kotick makes more money a year than anyone could ever need in their lives. They just gave the new CFO, Dennis Durkin, got a $15 million bonus just for taking the job last year. And, this has not only led to sort of a expansion of the conversation in regards to unionizing, but there's been a lot of calls as well, which I think are quite rightly placed, to fire Bobby Kotick, basically. And, like, this should be on his head. Like, there's been a lot of talk of the time that Satoru Iwata took pay cuts at Nintendo because they weren't living up to their own expectations, and rather than fire people, he took pay cuts. And, like, Bobby Kotick should be the one to fall on the sword here, or Dennis Durkin, or one of these people who makes just obscene amounts of money, and not ground staff who work extremely hard and get paid like nothing in comparison. So it's really bad.
Yeah, like 1 year of Bobby Kotick's salary could pay for a full salary of all 800 people that got fired.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be far off. Like,
yeah, it's disgusting. Like, yeah, no one human being needs that kind of money. So, absolutely, like, and layoffs and firings will happen. But if unions happened, then they could, work towards getting buyouts, or just have some kind of cushioning to their jobs. Like, they're not just going to get kicked out immediately. Like, they'll have some time to find a new job, or, there will be more avenues in place for people to help them find new work. Like, it needs to happen. It needs to happen sooner than later, and we'll keep beating this drum until it occurs. And at the very least, it's looking better and better as time has gone on that the games industry will unionize. And I'm hoping that they do it. I'm really hoping that they do it.
The staggering thing for me is that when these kinds of protections are in place for workers and employees of higher management boss type people, it turns them into better employees because they want to work at the company more, because they know that they are safe there. And even if they end up moving to another company, they'll still be happy. They'll have the time and energy needed to switch jobs to another job, hopefully in the same industry, which means you're keeping people in the industry longer, which means you're getting more veteranship out of your entire industry, which makes better games. Like, there's no part of this equation that isn't like, we're going to make games worse by unionizing. It's like, no. A unionized industry is a healthy industry, and it makes better video games. Which was kind of the only silver lining, like you said at the very beginning of this, is like, it's getting us talking about it more, and people have been very ready to say this is a systematic solution to a systematic problem. Mm-hmm. It's not the solution, but it is a solution. And I finally found out that there's a GWU account for Seattle. There's actually a Game Workers Unite account on Twitter for most major cities with game development in them. And so you can, you can find your local one if you want.
Yeah, definitely look into that. I mean, I don't know if any like game developers are listening, but I mean, if you are, definitely look into that and help your friends and peers look into that as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is the catalyst that finally gets us there where we need to be as far as unionization goes. So if something half good comes out of this, then that's, I hesitate to say that's good, but, at least if the rest of the industry can unionize and pull together out of this, that's at least not a total loss, but, like stories coming out through like Kotaku and stuff that people were crying and hugging each other in the Activision parking lots and stuff, like that shit just can't keep happening.
Nope.
People should not be turning up to work not knowing if today's the day they're going to get fired, so. It sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not right. Whew. All right. I mean, yeah, well, I know it's kind of, it might be a little iffy for us to just kind of be like, so anyway, let's talk about other games, but, we're a games podcast, and we care a lot about this, and because we care about games, we want to play good games, we want to have fun, but we also want the people that make games to have fun making them and to not feel like their lives are in danger because some fucking shithead in a suit wants to make a couple million more dollars. Like, that's, so we're gonna keep pushing for this. We're gonna have fun today. We're gonna have fun at this podcast. But we're still thinking about y'all out there. We're still thinking about how good a games union would be. So there you go. Thank you. All right. Let's move on to some other game stuff. Niall, real quick, why don't we talk about what you've been playing? Because I feel like everything else that we're going to talk about is going to be stuff that I'm going to have to run down the list of. Before we talk about it?
Sure.
So, yeah, you've been playing Ace Combat 7.
Yeah, I have. I've never played Ace Combat before. I've never been a fan of, flight simulations or flight combat games, I guess. But I had heard kind of a lot, not a lot, but I had heard enough said about Ace Combat 7 that I was like, okay, I should try and see what this is all about. I don't know how familiar either of the two of you are with Ace Combat.
The only thing I know about Ace Combat is the person in the like $40,000 gamer seat thing that gyrates and moves in the air while he's like listening to his entire game over AirPods.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've seen is that video.
Okay.
The video's fucked up.
Yeah. What about you, John?
I mean, I know that Ace Combat is... It's a good flight sim, but it's also a bunch of anime bullshit. That's what I know.
Yeah. It is... It is Metal Gear Solid, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. That game is off the fucking shits.
No.
Yeah, like, I kind of want to just say a bunch of stuff, but it would be kind of spoilery. But, like, that game is dealing with stuff like, nanomachines, and like there's a character who's basically whose name is Mr. X, who is basically Solid Snake, but he's a Russian fighter pilot, and he has like the longest name in the world. Like, he's known as Mr. X, but he has like 20 surnames. Actually, let me pull up his full name here, because I have it here. Somewhere. I know I tweeted.
Is it just like that FMA dude?
It's worse. Hang on, I have it. Okay, here it is.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so his full name is Mihaly Dumitru Margareta Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Niketas A. Shilage. So
wait,
that's...
Hold up. Let's run through that name one more time. There's just the letter A in the middle of this?
Yeah. Yeah, near the end, right before, like, it's the second to last name is just the letter A.
Like, they, like, ran out of characters right at the end of this name.
Yeah. They ran out of ideas, and they were just like, A is fine, I guess. Yeah, so he's like a former... like Duke of the fake Russia in the game, who was deposed and then joined the not Russian Air Force, and then they made drones out of nanomachines from his blood or something based on how he flies planes. There's stuff about like a fake America has like a fake military base that's actually a prison, but then they're like, we should put out these fake planes so that the fake Russians think that it's a real air base, and we'll also put some real planes out there, and now it's just an actual air base because the fake Russians are bombing it, and we're going to have the convicts at this military prison fly the planes against the fake Russians. And there's like a whole thing where the fake prisoners of the fake America are like cheering for the not Russian monarchy, which has been deposed and which is like trying to get back in control of not Russia, which is at war now with not America. And there's some giant space elevator, and
oh, perfect.
There's a dog who shows up, and like the dog is just sort of a JPEG that barks, and there's a lot going on.
Oh my god, I'm losing it listening to this.
Yeah, like that's the Cliff Notes version, basically.
Oh shit!
I just looked up Mihaly Shilage's Wikipedia page. Scrolled down to the bottom where it just says Mihaly entered the battle with a mounted experimental railgun and engaged Trigger in a dogfight for the third time.
Yeah, so you play as Trigger, but Trigger doesn't actually say anything, and you never see Trigger.
What a name! That's incredible. You're playing this plane game. What was it? The fifth one in the series.
Seventh
one.
Yeah. Like, the story isn't told from Trigger's perspective. It's told from, like, half the perspective of some, like, not Russian scientist who's, like, watching Mihaly, and then, like, half from the perspective of one of the other prisoners who is, like, the main, like, mechanic lady on the prisoners' planes before they get turned into basically the Suicide Squad. And there's like some weird undercurrent where one of them is an anarchist, and it's pretty wild.
And at the center of this all is Mr. X.
That's Mihaly. It's like I find the actual, like, flying around and stuff to occasionally be frustrating in that game, because, like, you have timers for all your missions, and sometimes you'll fail a mission because you ran out of time, but you didn't run out of time. You just didn't have something done by some arbitrary point in the clock that isn't always the same. So there's, like, a really frustrating element of trial and error to it, which kind of had me on the verge of quitting after, like, 4 or 5 missions, and then the dog showed up and I was like, okay, I'm back. Yeah, like, at this point I'm sort of sticking with Ace Combat now more because, like, I'm invested now in this bullshit bananas story that it's telling, as opposed to, like, actually playing it. It's fucking weird.
That just sounds wild, but in a very good way. You're selling me pretty hard on it. I may have to check that out.
Yeah, I think it's worth checking out if you're the kind of person who likes anime bullshit, who, like, can put up with that kind of Metal Gear style, like, everything is long words and nothing makes sense and everything seems like it's just being made up as they go, then you might be into that game. I wish it played better, but it's still cool, so.
Alright. Thank you. Alright, so, pretty much everything else we're gonna talk about tonight, it's probably just gonna be the Nintendo Direct, because that's, like, the other big news. So I'm just gonna run down everything that they talked about, and we can stop and talk about some of the stuff that they released, because they released some, like, demos and some free stuff. So let's start off here. So the first thing they announced at this Nintendo Direct was Mario Maker 2. They just swung for the friggin' fences there. First thing, Mario Maker 2. Yep. They confirmed that there's going to be slopes. They showed clear pipes. They showed Cat Mario, which also kind of means that I think one of the styles is going to be like Mario 3D World, which is kind of crazy because that's not a 2D Mario, but they're still going to do 2D stuff. They're introducing a lot of new things, and it's a lot of the things that was missing from Mario Maker 1. So it's what people want. And it's also probably going to be a much bigger game on, like, social media and on YouTube, because Mario Maker 1, it went viral here and there, but that was a Wii U game. Now it's a Switch game, and everyone has a Switch, so I think Mario Maker 2 is going to be, like, 5 times as big.
Oh, Lord.
Like, Mario Maker YouTube is going to be crazy. I look forward to it. That's coming out this June. Let's see here. Next up, they barely mentioned Smash. They said that there's going to be a 3.0 update. They said that would be coming this spring. They didn't say what was going to be in it. They just said there was going to be a big update. And they said Joker would be out by the end of April. And that's it.
That's nothing.
It's nothing, but, you know, that's fine, I guess. They, like, showed the back of Joker's model, and it looks okay, you know? Like, I just saw, like, the back of his jacket, but, you know, it looked like Joker from Persona 5, so that's okay. They announced a new Box Boy game, which is really surprising because the last one that came out in 2017 was called Bye Bye Box Boy.
Yeah, well, he came back.
Yeah, he took 2 years off. Now he's back. And he brought his girlfriend, because this one is called Box Boy plus Box Girl. It's going to have 2-player co-op, and it's going to have 270 stages.
Jeez.
I played the demo for one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
I played the demo for one of those games, and it was really good. So I'm hoping that this one is just as good, because they're really good puzzle games. They're adding more stuff to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on the Switch. They're doing that thing that they do where they're supporting a game that was originally on another console by just adding to it and being like, look, this is basically the release of this game now.
Right.
So they added a new co-op mode that is already live. Like, you can just download that if you have Captain Toad. And then they are going to add paid DLC that's new challenges and courses, and that's coming out, I think, in like a month or so. So they're adding like DLC stages to Captain Toad. So that's cool.
Hey, that whole Captain Toad game is now $60, which is weird because I
mean, wait. Is it like $40 on like for the base game and then like $20 for the DLC?
It just says $60 for the whole thing. If you try to buy it on the store now,
that includes the DLC.
Yes, it does include the DLC.
Okay, because I think it was $40 when it like launched.
I think so too, and it's just weird.
I mean,
it's Toad. I don't want to minimize the poor dude. Though. It's a sweet little puzzle game, but like, I think it was one of my roommates just was off the cuff shouting, you can't even jump in it. I'm paying full price to walk around.
We'll get to a game that maybe shouldn't be $60 at the end.
There are many more, because my retort to that was that like Toad's Treasure Tracker,
we'll get to
and Toadette is delightful and thoroughly like a mind-bending puzzle game. And so if you haven't played it, if you haven't had the chance to play it, and you're like totally, I don't really know who this is for necessarily. Maybe there's like a dad and some kid, or a mom and their like daughter that really just want to sink their teeth in a puzzle game for like a week or 2 weeks. This'll do it. You'll get your full money's worth if you go into it and play the entire game front to back. Mm-hmm. I just don't know who has that kind of patience. Because I sure don't.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, like Nintendo's been putting out $60 versions of games that absolutely shouldn't be. Like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I think, was $60.
Oh god, it probably still is, huh?
Yeah, and it still is, even though, like, you could buy that for the Wii U for, like, $20 now. I mean, you don't get the Funky Kong thing, but, like, that's a $40 difference for Funky Kong. I mean, it's not portable, but, like, come on.
I can go down the street and get a Funky Kong for $40.
Yeah, there you go.
Comes in a little aluminum bag.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just leaving that. I'm just leaving that behind. They had a trailer for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is still really wild that is a Nintendo published game. Like, Nintendo is publishing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. They specifically were like, oh, Captain Marvel's in this, because Captain Marvel is getting a movie soon. So they're like, hey, everybody, you know this lady. They showed off Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
I do know that lady.
Yeah, you know her. Yeah.
Just imagine Nintendo being like, hey, you know this lady? Yeah, I know that lady.
Hey, who's this chick? Come on, who the fuck is this? Oh, I know, Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's right. There she is.
Thanks, Nintendo. Thanks, Bill.
They showed some Bloodstained. That game looks like Symphony of the Night, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's out summer 2019, so, that's good.
You think they'll actually make good on it this time, or is it going to get pushed back again?
I think they will. I think it looks pretty much done now. Like, all the other trailers, it was looking rough, but it looks good now. They really fixed the visuals in that game. I was super worried about how, like, when it was originally shown off, it looked really rough.
Yeah,
but they fixed it. It looks straight up good now.
Yeah, I'm kind of like cautiously optimistic about it right now, because I mean they released that other Bloodstained game last year, right? The one that was more like the NES.
Curse of the Moon.
Yeah, and that was apparently pretty good. So
it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm. Here's one of the bigger things that they announced, which is pretty crazy. They just announced and then released a Tetris Battle Royale game.
Yeah.
It's called Tetris 99, and it's free as long as you have the Nintendo Online, which, I mean, you're gonna need it because it's only an online game. But you play Tetris against 98 other people. Which, I mean, it's kind of weird that they didn't make it a full 100, but I don't know.
Yeah. It looks so much fun. Like, it looks just amazing. It's one of those, like, few things since the Switch has launched that has made me be like, I kind of wish I had a Switch.
It's neat. I mean, there's some stuff about it that's a little unfortunate, but it's still fun. Like, you'll play it and sometimes you'll just get hounded on, because the way that it works is, it's not just, you just randomly shove garbage blocks onto people. Mm-hmm. You aim at specific people. So you'll just kind of flit around and aim at different folks. And you can also use the right stick, and the right stick will be like, if someone's attacking you, you can direct towards people that are attacking you. Or you can direct it at people that are about to get knocked out. Or stuff like that. But other than that, it's Tetris. You just want to clear out the Tetris board and, try to get as many chains as possible so you can drop garbage into other people's boards. And it's like 98 other people playing against you. It's crazy.
I'm just going to bite my tongue because I think it's
now
rough.
Solon, you can talk all you want about it. You can go ahead and talk about it if you don't like it. That's fine. I
think as an idea, it is very interesting. I think visually, it is just enough. I really think that the things that are going on the screen don't really help you, but also kind of hinder you, because there's just the way they represent all the visuals are more distracting than actually helping you play the game better. I also think that the system that they use to attack other players and defend yourself from attacks is completely mislabeled. Like, it says target attackers as the option at the top when it really should say defend, because you're defending yourself from attacks. The way that they kind of make it all seem like you have control is a little misleading, because you really don't. All 99 players start at random, and so it's a complete wash whether you are or are not targeted, because if you are targeted at the very beginning of your game, you are going to have a much easier time playing the game than if you are not targeted. There's because of how the KO system swings in your favor from the get-go. It's like in Apex Legends, if you drop somewhere and there's weapons there, I'm going to have a much easier time taking out enemies around me because I can defend myself with these weapons. That's what it feels like when you start Tetris 99 and a whole bunch of people are attacking you at the beginning. It's like, okay, I can out-Tetris these people, take their badges, which is another weird way to call, like, KOs. Your kill count is in badges. And so it's got a lot of difficulty communicating what it actually means to a player, especially without any kind of how to play. You have to kind of pick it up on the fly, which works for other games like an Apex Legends or that stick to conventions of a very known style of game, versus Tetris multiplayer, which is not a game a lot of people have played. And so yeah,
it could be better.
There are a lot of things that I wish were better about it, and it makes me come back and look at it like it just looks very rushed. It doesn't look as clean, as nice as it could. It feels like it's kind of cashing in a lot more than what other games coming out at the exact same time are looking like. And the worst part is that I don't think it'll last long enough for it to actually reach its full potential. I don't think
so.
I will
just say, someone has actually data mined the game, and they found that they are going to add more modes.
Yes.
Here, I'll just read what they're adding. Team battle. 2 giant teams clash, be on the winning side. So I guess that'll be... I mean, it wouldn't be 50-50, but 99 doesn't divide in half, so maybe it's 98 people, so it'd have to be like... I don't know what 98 and a half is. I can't do math.
It'd be 49.
49, thank you. So I guess it'd be 49 versus 49. Computer battle against 98 bots. So you can do... And then you can also do a team battle with the computer. Marathon, which is a score attack. So you could just clear 200 lines or endless. And it says here that Marathon will have in-game achievements. Also, they're going to have events. It says in-game events in the standard 99 battle mode, and these will result in some kind of reward.
Reward.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of information, but at the very least, it seems like they are planning to support this game for a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, if it can last long enough to get in all of those little reward thingies, then there might be a chance here. But I don't think that those extra modes are going to be enough to keep people playing for more than just picking it up, thinking it's quaint, and then dropping it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be very difficult for a game that, once it stops having 99 players, it's going to be like, oh, okay, we're just going to play a game with 72 people, and then 52 people, and then... okay, now these 49 people that are playing this are the best players of Tetris ever, and I'll just play against them a couple of times over and over.
I mean, I kind of doubt it'll get that bad anytime soon, but
maybe not. Hopefully not. I've been on this Tetris grind for a little while, ever since Puyo Puyo, and that's the cycle.
Yeah, but I feel like the novelty of it is going to keep people, like, especially people who like Tetris are going to kind of gravitate, like, people who really like Tetris and own Switches are going to probably gravitate to this. I feel like the buzz has been positive enough about it that at least for a while it should be okay. Like, it's not going to be like the majority of other Battle Royale games where it dies a very quick death, like it's not going to be another Radical Heights,
like, I mean, we're calling it a Battle Royale game, but like calling it a Battle Royale game is like almost kind of a joke,
but like that's sort of the easiest, comparison to make to it, and it sort of functions more or less in the same way that a Battle Royale game does. It's 99 people, and once you're out, you're out, so I know it's not a traditional Battle Royale, but it's got some of those elements, so I'm talking more about like in the sense of needing to retain a player base more than anything else, I guess, because like so many of that style of game where you need to have a lot of people playing in order to have it work. Like, so many of those just don't have that, whereas like, it seems like Tetris 99 has had no problem getting people in the door, so it should be fine.
I mean, it's Tetris, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you can't fuck up Tetris.
Well, you can.
Well, okay, yes, you can fuck up Tetris.
If you're Ubisoft, you absolutely can.
Yeah. It's extremely hard to fuck up Tetris.
I'm kind of fascinated because this is such a mismatch of ways to play that people play games, like especially at the pro level. Tetris is a very solitaire type of game, and so throwing a bunch of chaotic things in the mix that you now have to keep track of is I wonder if that's going to be polarizing in the community, in their own small community.
Yeah, and I mean it's super interesting in some way as well, because it's like the polar opposite to what Tetris Effect is.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, like, that's such a chill, relaxed game that that is, you know, almost able to lull people to sleep from what I've heard, you know, so to go from the most chill Tetris experience possible to the most stressful and chaotic version of it you could possibly have in like the space of 4 months is kind of wild.
I didn't check, but is there a way to turn the music off in that game? I really should have checked this, because it was...
I mean, you could just mute your Switch and listen to something else, because, I mean, that's what I've been doing, because there is one song, and it's not even a good remix of the Tetris A song.
Mm-mm. And when it gets faster, like at 50, and then at 20, it's like, oh, I don't like this. Mm-hmm. You can definitely, if you ever want to just get top 50, just don't place any blocks. It's really, really easy to do. And if you want to place top 4, don't place any blocks. And then when you get to top 30, start placing blocks. That's how I did it. It's a weirdly chaotic and random game. Mm-hmm. I hope it can last.
What's going to happen when the meta of the game shifts to don't do anything until there's like 30 people left, and then everyone is just sitting there doing nothing?
much longer Tetris games.
Yeah, chaos, I guess.
Oh, I'm not getting targeted. All right, stop playing. Oh, I'm getting targeted. All right, let's go. All right, great. No more targets on me.
All right, let's see here. By the way, I'm reading this off of the GameSpot article, so if anyone from GameSpot is like, huh, he's reading this in our order, that's why I'm doing it, okay? Don't yell at me. Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster is coming to Switch. I don't know anybody who wants this, and it looked like shit. It looked really bad. It was running choppy on the fucking video. So, yeah, nobody wants this. Like, if they port 4, I could see people wanting to play 4. I could see people wanting to play, like, Origin and Odyssey. I don't know if those would run on Switch, but nobody wants to play 3.
Yeah, is 3 the one that's set in the American Revolution, or is that 4?
That is
4 is
3.
Black Flag, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 4 is the pirate one. 3 is the one where you play as the Native American during the Revolution that everyone hates.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, it's impossible for me to think like what Ubisoft were thinking, like when they chose that of all those games.
They remastered 3 for like PS4 and Xbox One as well. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe it's just a port of those. Maybe they were just like, oh, this is easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it's already like not running good on their sizzle reel, then that says a lot about the kind of effort that went into it in the first place, I guess.
Yeah, they can't have put any money to make this happen.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Niall, one of your favorite games, well, actually 2 of your favorite games are getting brought out over here on the Switch. They announced a port of Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I would be worried about that, honestly, because Dead by Daylight doesn't run great on the existing consoles that it's on, and they haven't, like, they've paid lip service to the idea of, doing more optimization work on the PS4 and Xbox versions of that game, and kind of haven't for the past few months. Like, they put out a small update that made a few changes in, like, November, but they haven't really done anything since. So I don't know, like, for a game that, like, the developers seem very focused on the PC version of way more than anything else, I would not be confident of that game running super good on a Nintendo Switch, like, which is a shame because I kind of like the idea of playing it portably, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But at the very least, another one of your favorite games is also getting a port, and that port actually looks really good. They're porting Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice to Switch.
Yeah, that one, like, I'm really surprised that they could even get it to run on a Switch, because it's such a demanding game graphically, but if it runs well, that's fucking cool, because that game is excellent. So if more people get to play that, I'm pretty happy, because yeah, it's a great fucking game.
Sure thing. Let's see here. The next big thing that they talked about, they went in really hard on Fire Emblem: The Three Houses. They talked about how the main character, you are a teacher at a, like, military school, and you have to side with one of the three nations around this school. Like, I guess the school is, like, smack dab in the middle of it, and then the different nations are, like, I don't know if the nations are fighting each other or if they're fighting an enemy. I don't know. I kind of tuned out. But yeah, I guess you form bonds and you fight people, and it's a Fire Emblem game. I don't know. They said that it's coming out July 26th? Yeah, the July 26th. Let me make sure. Yes. It is a slight delay, because they were saying that it would come out, like, around now, and it's not. It's in July, but they were like, we gotta patch it up a little bit.
Well, yeah, they got too many houses in there.
Yeah, they got 3 whole fucking houses to work on.
That's a lot of houses.
Cut them some slack. There's also going to be a special edition for $100 that comes with an art book, a CD, a calendar, and a steelbook. So there you go. I'm sure that people are going to be fighting over that, because those are always usually pretty popular. It says the three houses are the Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, or the Golden Deers.
Yeah, of course. The Montagues, the Capulets, and the Capulets too.
I will say, the Black Eagles' other color is red, so it pretty much just looks like the houses from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is very fucked up.
It really does.
It does. It's not good.
It's also like Pokemon Go.
It is also kind of like Pokemon Go.
Like, they just straight copied it.
I mean, like, red, blue, yellow is it's the, like, primary colors. That's what they're gonna use, but it's also just, like, everyone's just thinking about either Pokemon Go or Yu-Gi-Oh! GX when they see that, because we're all fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's that. I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical about that, because I'm immediately frightened when it's set in, like, I hope it's supposed to be, like, college age people, but I also am still scared because it's a Fire Emblem game, and I don't want to play a game where I'm a teacher hooking up with my students. I don't want to do that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, when was that part of the deal?
That's what I'm saying. I want to make sure it's not.
Okay.
I'm worried. It's not. I want it to not be that. That's what I'm saying.
Whew.
So I don't know. It's the fact that it's a possibility is slightly scary. That's all I'm saying.
It is.
Oh, I forgot about Fire Emblem's entire track record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want to play the fun game where spears beat axes and magic beats swords or whatever the frickin' Trinity thing is.
Well, there's like 11 other games or 12 other games that were that, so just play the old ones, I guess. Because Fire Emblem ain't for you anymore, it's for horny Twitter people.
Fall into the perverts.
Yeah. Deltarune is coming to Switch, which is pretty crazy, because that first chapter is was a free release that they just that Toby Fox just like dropped. And it was a shady exe file and all that, but it's coming to Switch on the 28th. As I think the Switch version is the only one that has a concrete date. They said that it's coming to PS4 as well, but they don't have a date for that. And it is free, so you can just download that. Of course, make sure that you play through Undertale before playing Deltarune, or else you'll miss all the good ass references. And they did also say that, hey, we are still making more of this. The rest of it isn't going to be free, but we are making more Deltarune, so it's happening. And I wonder if this getting pushed so hard by Nintendo and Sony will I wonder if any of them are giving Toby money for this, because Toby said the big reason why Deltarune took as long as it did was because he didn't have anyone else to help him, and he wanted to hire more people. So I'm wondering if he's going to hire more people, and I wonder if Sony and or Nintendo are funneling him more money so that they can get some of that Deltarune funds.
I kind of hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
When I saw that message at the bottom of the Deltarune thing that said they won't be free after this one, I popped out of my chair. I was like, I gotta pay for this? Yes! Yeah!
Please, Toby, let me give you money, please. They dropped a demo for Yoshi's Crafted World, which was a good demo. It's Yoshi, but that's fine. It was good. I liked it. I played through it. It was fun.
It is Yoshi, but it's fine. Did he pay his taxes this time?
I mean, I doubt it. The thing that's interesting about this game, though, is you actually play through every level front to back, because it's they made it so everything is papercraft. It's all made out of cardboard and shit. So you play through the level normally, but then they have a back end version of it where you're kind of going through it's flipped 180. So you're seeing the backs of all the papercrafted stuff. So you're seeing the emptiness of the cardboard. So you're not seeing all the decorations. You're seeing behind it. And it's maybe a minute or two to run through it, but you're just supposed to run through the level again and find little Poochie puppies, and you just collect them, and then you finish the level again. So it's a neat gimmick where you're running through the level again to find the Poochie puppies, and it's just neat to see oh yeah, here's the nitty gritty of how this level. I mean, saying how this level was made is because they used polygons, but if this were a real papercraft, this is what it would look like from behind, not the picture that you would take from the front, where it's oh hey, look at this papercraft. Here it is from the back, where it's just oh hey, here's the mess that's out of view. It's cute. I like it.
I got really excited because I thought it looked like if Yoshi was in Noises Off, that theater film where you show all the action and all the drama that's going on behind the scenes, and they ruin all of themselves midway through a performance of this fake play Noises Off. Yoshi is gonna go backstage and start screaming at the directors for not pulling the strings fast enough or something. Hey, those coins ain't supposed to be there. Get them out here.
God.
There's a 100 coin run only.
Yeah.
Also, it's an extension of Yoshi's World. It's the closest.
Yeah, I mean,
closest I've seen since Yoshi's Story. I mean,
yeah. It looks really nice too. Like I've seen some people be like, it doesn't look as good as Woolly World, because this one it's like mixing art styles a lot more. Because like Woolly World was just yarn, but this one's like, Yoshi's like made of felt in this one, and then it's like there's cardboard and clay and a lot of other different kinds of like art styles and art canvases.
That's what got me excited.
So, yeah, like it's very up to interpretation, but I like it. I think it looked really gorgeous. I thought it played like a Yoshi game, so I'm interested in it. It was fun. They gave a date for the Final Fantasy VII port. We're not talking about the remake, obviously. We're talking about that port that they made. That's coming out March 26th. Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody is releasing on March 2nd. And if you want to play Final Fantasy IX, you can play it on Switch right now. It's available on Switch. So there you go. You can play Final Fantasy IX. I did see that there were like some bugs or something, because it's the same port that they've been putting out. And I guess they haven't really fixed that up a lot. But,
yeah, I don't think they generally have been doing any work to any of those ports. It's just sort of like the PC versions, I think, just scaled up, basically. At least that's what it was for Final Fantasy VII, so...
And one other demo that they released was the Daemon Ex Machina demo.
Yeah!
That was something else that I played.
How did you feel about that one?
I'm like pretty 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
I like the concept. I liked how it played. I could definitely see people not liking it that much, but I enjoyed it. Like I was just like, yeah, this is a pretty standard mech game. You're flying around, you can like skid around on the ground, so that felt pretty tight. You can equip weapons to both of your arms, and then you can have like a missile launcher on your back. You could jump, you could fly. So I liked most of it, like when you're just fighting like smaller enemies. But then I got to the boss fight, and it fell apart really, really hard. Actually fighting the boss wasn't the problem. My main problem was that it is really easy to just run out of ammo, and there's no way of getting more.
Ooh.
Like, I should clarify, it's not physically impossible, but the boss doesn't drop ammo when you're attacking it. You have to attack, like, every once in a while, it will, like, summon some, like, little critters, like, little robots to shoot, and those are the ones that drop ammo. But if you run out of ammo before those enemies show back up, you can't do anything about it. You just have to hope that maybe because in that boss fight you're there with like 3 other pilots, so you need to hope that they make them drop some ammo. But if those guys are getting their shits clocked by the boss because they're dumb AIs, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I finished the first 3 missions with flying colors, and I couldn't finish the boss because I ran out of ammo and all of my partners were just stuck getting their shit wrecked.
Ooh, yikes.
So I would... Like, the thing is, they did say that they are going to send out a survey, and they will listen to people's complaints and potentially change it. So I would say just definitely I'm just going to complain that they need to fix the ammo. They need to make bigger ammo drops, more often ammo drops, so you're not running out in the middle of a boss fight.
Right.
But I liked it other than that. I know some people were saying that they were having problems with the frame rate. I didn't see that too much, but, you know, if they need to patch up the frame rate, they could do that.
I only got to touch it for like 5 minutes or so. But my initial, just right off the bat feeling was, oh, this isn't going to be like a character action game where it's like press buttons and make it all flashy. This actually feels more simulator style, where it's like you're going to hit
Kinda.
a lot of buttons to do a couple of little things. So it has a lot of nuance in what you press.
It has some nuance, but we're not like this isn't like Armored Core level.
Okay.
Like it's under that, but it's still got something, you know? Like it's there.
Especially with the ammo counts. When I saw like the multiple different ammo counts on screen, I was like, oh, okay, this is not going to be something that's supposed to be intuitively user-friendly where you can just like run up to bad guys and smash them with an energy sword that has unlimited combo potential or something like that. It's you are managing your resources, you're moving in space in ways that protect you while also giving you advantage on your opponents. It's managing boosts.
Yeah.
Like the whole gamut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Nintendo controllers can actually handle all of that in one spot. It'll be really interesting to see. I don't know if you noticed it, but the character designing screen was a big surprise and really awesome.
Yeah, so the other really wild thing about it is you can create your own character. You know, it's not super in-depth, but you can make your own character, and you can edit your mech however you want. Like, you know, you can swap out parts for, like, abilities and all that. But you can also paint it and do some other little edits and all that. But, you know, there's some stuff that you can do with it.
It was really cool. You can pick a masculine or a feminine body frame, and it doesn't limit you on any of your other options.
Yeah,
you can put
that is
you
good.
can put on any of the hairs, makeups, or like eye specific choices that you'd like. And none of it's barred out based on what they call a gender, but it's really like what body style do you want out of the two body types.
Yeah,
as limited as it is, that was just a really nice thing. I was like, oh, thanks.
And what was I gonna? Oh, the other thing though, something that you wouldn't have seen yet. Once you finish a mission, you get like credits, and those credits let you level up your abilities. And depending on what abilities you level up, your body, like your character's body, changes. Like you can level up like your lock-on capabilities for your mech, but your character's eyes will like get all fucked up. Ooh. You can raise your like your ability to you just depending on what you level up, like you'll get like better grip on weapons or something like that, and your arm will be replaced with a mechanized arm. Like they do all kinds of shit like that where you like by the end of the game your character's going to be like this fucking like they're not going to look like how they originally did. They're going to be an android by the end of it.
I absolutely love that crap.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea.
It's really neat. But yeah, I'm into it. I wanna see more, but I'm a little nervous about it. I hope that they clean it up and that they make it a little bit more friendly. But it's got promise. Just a few more things here, real quick. Platinum announced a new game. It's called Astral Chain. It is being the director is the like gameplay designer of Nier Automata.
Oh, that's a shame.
And it's being supervised by Hideki Kamiya. So some varied talent there from Platinum. And it looks neat. The gameplay reminded me a lot of Revengeance. Surprisingly, which, you know, I was kind of surprised because I was expecting it to look more like Nier, but it looks more like Revengeance, so that's interesting. You play as like an anime cyberpunk cop with basically a stand that's attached to you by a chain. So you get like a relationship, you can like develop a relationship with because it showed like you petting your stand, I guess your astral chain, and you just stop crime there was a scene that showed them like picking up litter, so you're cleaning up the city as an anime cop, and I'm interested to see what's going to go on with that game because it's being worked on by a lot of people that I like, and I'm hoping that means it'll be good. I am kind of interested about what it means for Platinum though, because the director of Bayonetta 3 actually just left Platinum. So that game isn't done. They did mention, it's coming, we're working on it, but it's not, they don't have anything to show. But I wonder what that means, because I would think maybe Kamiya's got to be working on that now. Like, Kamiya's got to be in charge of that game now. But I don't, I'm still kind of worried about what they're going to do with Bayo, because it sounds like that guy left halfway through the game.
Right.
I wonder if they're going to make a sequel to Nier Automata now, or if that's going to be in a long time, since this guy's going to be working on Astral Chain. I just really they're not working on that Grand Blue Fantasy game anymore. It's such a confusing time for Platinum right now, but I don't know. At the very least, that Astral Chain looks good. So hopefully that comes out and it's good, because it does look good. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that got announced other than the last thing. They talked about a Disney Tsum Tsum game. That's something they talked about.
Yeah, they sure did talk about it.
Yeah.
I could not care less about that, honestly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So there's one last thing that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, you're missing the most important thing, and that is Oni no Naku Kuni, or as the Gaijin know it, Tokyo RPG Factory's Oni Naki. Hey, you remember I Am Sensei? No. Hey, you remember Lost Sphere? Because it was only a couple years ago. If you didn't remember those, Oninaki's coming. The Tokyo RPG Factory is in full factory effect. We can now say for certain that this is a factory that makes mediocre RPGs. 3 games.
Niall, do you have a tranquilizer dart on you by any chance? Because
if I had, I'd have used it on myself by now. At this point.
You get to play as someone who is in the living world and the beyond. They can switch between both worlds. They are somewhat skeptical of religions. It's got it all. It's got it all.
Great.
Yeah, sure sounds like another generic JRPG from the generic JRPG people.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I bet it's going to have a style somewhat akin to Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, you would think.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna die. Please help me.
Are you actually excited, or
please help? I need help.
There was one other small announcement that was kind of crazy.
Was it Animal Crossing?
No, it wasn't, which is kind of fucking nuts. They didn't talk about Animal Crossing at all.
That's just mean.
They announced a new Rune Factory, which is really weird because the people that made Rune Factory games, that company shut down 4 years ago. They talked a little bit about Dragon Quest XI's port on Switch, because that's going to be the definitive version. So it's going to have the orchestrated music, which is all right, sure, whatever.
We all gonna get married in the Rune Factory?
I guess so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that series, just that you get married in it. For real. Last thing. They announced a remake of Link's Awakening. Yeah, they did.
It's going to be on the Switch, which is kind of surprising because there were a lot of rumors that this was going to be a 3DS game. But no, it's a Switch game. It's going to have the visuals they kind of look like dolls. I don't really know how to describe it. They look like fucking Playmobil.
Yeah, little people.
Yeah.
Little toddler teething toys.
I don't like it, but a lot of other people like it.
I think it looks awesome in screenshots.
Yeah, it's okay.
Every screenshot I see of it is just that's so good looking.
I will say that people need to chill because I have seen nothing but everyone fucking screaming about people being pissy about it, but it's like, I've only, like, me and everyone else who doesn't like it have just been like, whatever, I'm not a fan. But then a bunch of people are like, you're acting just like everyone did back when they announced Wind Waker. You're just being whiny babies. And it's like, no, I just don't like it.
There's a
like,
lot of reaction to the reaction on a, upscaled port.
It's stupid, whatever. And I will say, again, that the thing that I was talking about earlier that shouldn't be $60 is Link's Awakening. That game is not that long. And they're going to charge $60 for it. That seems like a lot.
I mean,
for a Game Boy game.
You know what they need to do? Here's what they need to do. I'm Nintendo, and this is what I'm going to do, because this is what the people are asking for and demanding, and this is what is 2019 all about. Randomizer mode. Put it in there.
Oh, no.
Put it in where, like, you walk into a room and suddenly you're inside the final dungeon. Boom, you don't got your sword yet.
Oh, boy.
Like, just go for it.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna make millions of dollars. If Nintendo's just gonna leave that there, I'll just pick up those millions.
Yeah, you can just make a ROM hack and nothing bad will happen.
No,
because Nintendo is more than happy to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
As they've shown, like, countless times. They love it when people do that, so...
But yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct. It was okay. I'm not super excited about anything on that except for, like, Astral Chain.
It was
Everything
a weird
else, I'm just like, all right,
Nintendo Direct. I mean, they always are in some way or another, but
yeah,
there was a lot they presented that just was like, okay. Do I pay for this one or do I pay for the other one? Which one do I pay for? Oh, not that one? That one's free right now. Okay, then, but you want $60 for this other? Okay.
Yeah.
$25 for Final Fantasy IX port onto the Switch? It's live right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no Animal Crossing, no Luigi's Mansion, no concrete Smash news.
Metroid.
No Metroid. Well, obviously they talked about Metroid Prime 4 getting delayed, but
yeah.
It's pretty much an open secret that Metroid Prime Trilogy has been ported to Switch, and there's no word of that. It's really bizarre that, like, all the stuff that seemed like a slam dunk was just not there. But, they announced some good stuff. Some people are happy about it. It's fine. Whatever. We'll get another one of these in, like, 2 or 3 months. So, whatever. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Solon, did you watch the Overwatch League?
Yesterday was the very first day of the Overwatch League, and it's got a lot going on. I definitely wouldn't watch it more than probably once or twice more after this, but it's been such a wild, like, ups and downs since the last season of Overwatch League. A lot of the people that I was really watching for just aren't there anymore. The commentators that I liked aren't there, and the commentators that I didn't like are very there. There's a lot more teams that I just don't really care too much about. And there's, like, XQC, known just total trash ball, still has a job and is happily employed by another team until he loses it by saying dumb shit on a stream, which will happen eventually in the next month or two. So, like, there's a lot of things that I'm just like, wow, I don't really care. And then, at the same time, Philadelphia Fusion won their first match with the help of Gritty.
Huh.
Gritty came out to support the Philadelphia Fusion. And that's kind of cool.
All right.
There was also the Zhonghao debuted, the Zhonghao Spark, and they stole the show, A, by beating the losingest team in the entire league, but also by being bright pink. Their entire team is bright pink with light blue accents and white trim, and it was so cool looking. Like, all their fans look really cool, and they stand out really nicely in this, like, big cartoon world where everyone's trying to look kind of serious and in sports team colors. the Zhonghao just come out of nowhere like, boom, we're here, trans rights, okay.
There you go.
It's cool as hell. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe I can watch Zhonghao like run this league. I don't think they will, but it's kind of weird because the Overwatch meta hasn't changed that much as far as I can see as just a casual observer. It's still very much the exact same builds as last time, even with the added new characters. At the same time, yesterday was the first day that someone ever used Symmetra. Symmetra got hero damage for the first time ever in Overwatch League. And so there's still, I guess, ground to be broken somewhere. So that's the Overwatch League update. Hopefully there will not be another one.
Apparently there is no team called Zhonghao. It's Hangzhou.
Is that Hangzhou? Oh, no! Well, I'm still very excited about them. And thank you for reminding me. I was like...
Hangzhou Spark, yes.
I kept reading this and I'm like, that's not right. That's one of my... That's like a couple of my students' names transposed onto each other.
Yeah, you kind of got the syllables like reversed.
Yeah, I totally did. But the Spark are I'm probably gonna watch them again, or maybe Gritty if Gritty shows up.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I guess that's it for what we've been talking about. I mean, is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Because this week was kind of...
There was a lot of games, just tons and tons of video games.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has come out this week, but
it's hard to digest all of it.
Yeah.
Because Crackdown came out this week, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Anthem literally came out hours ago.
Well, Anthem is only out if you have, like, the Origin Premium access.
That's right.
It's not out officially until next week.
Multiple releases.
Yeah. Because fucking video games are the worst now. Metro came out, and something else. Jump Force came out.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yikes. You can just kill Goku with a gun in Jump Force.
Yeah, you can. I saw some screenshots of Goku talking to Light Yagami, and, you know, that's a thing, I guess, that video game does.
So does he, like, not attack with the Death Note itself that kills you if you write your name on it?
I don't think he's a playable character. I think he's just sort of, like, hanging out in the story. I might be wrong, but I looked up the roster earlier, and it said he wasn't playable, so I don't know if that's true or not, but...
Oh, so he just chooses not to then.
Yeah.
He just chooses to just shoot to them with gun.
Yeah.
Incredible.
What a game.
I also got, because it was Valentine's Day, and it was all Valentine's flavored, I got to play Arcade Spirits, which is a new dating sim that just came out. And it was... smarter than I expected and better than I expected, and I had really high expectations for it. And so it was just charming my pants off. I only barely just started it, but what got me so excited, and something I talk about throughout my Let's Play, is how they combine tabletop philosophy to dating sims. So the modern dating sim is very gamified, especially like Western dating sims, where it's like, okay, we want to be as transparent as possible. If you are looking to go down a route, here is all the points you have for that person. If you get your dating point score high enough,
it's like you get a choice and you pick the one you want basically each time, right? It's like, it would be like, do you want to spend time with John or Solon? And then you, like, if you wanted to go down the Solon route, you'd always just pick Solon, right? Like, that's the way most of those games are in my experience. I haven't played a ton of them, but like, yeah.
This one, you actually build out your character persona in whatever way you want. So you start out really just bland down the center. And then as you make choices, you become either bolder or sillier or more like judicial or balanced. And then on top of that, you also get points in characters' opinion and favor of you. That doesn't necessarily mean you go down their route, though. They just have favor of you. And having favor is kind of like an alliance type of system, where if you have favor in one person, that means you don't have favor in another person. And so they do the kind of thing where every character has goals that they want to pursue, and those goals may be in conflict with another person's goals, which is very like tabletop 101, but in this setting actually is really refreshing. And so that's kind of what's gotten me.
Right, and it sounds like it's going, like you said, they're making you sillier or whatever. Like, it sounds like it is making you play a character instead of just like this sort of bland, faceless visual novel main character voice that's like easy to project onto, you're actually a character.
Yep. And it's helpful.
Nice.
They are focusing on world building first, as opposed to the gimmick, which is you are in an arcade. That instead of that being a gimmick where it's like, oh, date gamers, it's more like date coworkers in this weird place that you all work in because of choices that you've all made in your lives,
right?
That have just set you on this track together. And so it's so refreshingly nice. And seeing the road that Ann Schumer, the writer, has come down. Because like I met her maybe 3 years ago working on this tiny little game called Space Cat Boyfriend, where you just have a boyfriend who is a cat and an astronaut. Not anthropomorphized, just is a cat and an astronaut. You get to choose between different cat types. And they just like talk to you with human voice like, yes, please pet me. Thank you. Totally tongue-in-cheek. This is like before all of the like super hyper gimmicky dating sims were coming out. It was just like, oh, this is a nice return to form. And then to see this combined with Stefan Gagne, who does Neverwinter Nights mods, and that's where his like lineage comes from, is like, whoa, this is a weird marrying of talent. Dating sim Neverwinter Night mods.
All right. Well, thanks for the heads up, Sol.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I'm excited. It's been a good Valentine's Day.
For sure. Are we ready to move on to questions?
Woohoo!
All right.
That means yes.
If you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And you'll sound like these fine folks right here. From Anonymous, question for each of you. John, what ideas in games do you wish you'd see more often? Stuff that feels unique to one specific great game, but could be great in other contexts as well. I'll go one at a time, so it's not too overwhelming.
Sure.
Let's see here. What kind of ideas in games do you wish you'd see more often?
This kind of goes along with having seen Daemon X Machina. I was like, oh, how come these games aren't around much? Is there any other kinds of genres like that where it's like, oh...
I mean, I feel like this is less about genres and more about, like...
Or ideas even, yeah.
An idea, yeah. So, okay. We just mentioned Nier Automata. Something in that game that I would love to see in a lot of other action games was how customizable the experience was. In the sense that, like, you could equip and unequip chips to give yourself more things. Like, you can equip one to be like, oh, I can see enemies' damage, or I can unequip all of my HUD, so I don't have any HUD, or I could just have one piece of the HUD. Like, I would just love to have action games be completely customizable with the experience like that. That would be really cool. I would love to see just more customizability for people to play games however they want. That is something that I definitely would love to see more of. Let's see here, Solon.
Yes.
If you could pick not only a game's Oh, okay.
Yes.
If you could, sorry, I had to read the question. If you could pick a game company to do an SNK 40th anniversary style collection, and also a couple of their games that you'd specifically want to see in it, which would you choose?
Ooh, so like an SNK style collection, but for like a different game company.
Yes, and some games that you would want to see in that collection.
You know what would be really cool to just have all in a row? Time Crisis. This is another arcade game, but like, what if you could just play Time Crisis 1 through 5 front to back in even in a co-op setting or something?
Sure.
I think that would be really cool. Obviously, hardware would be like wild, but SNK 40th anniversary did some wild stuff, so maybe you could use the touchscreen in some weird ways.
Yeah, that seems like a touchscreen would probably work for that, right? Like maybe.
Yeah. Alternatively, same idea. You could do Silent Scope, which has definitely had console ports and stuff.
Yeah.
And that would be cool too, to just like be able to see the evolution of both of those types of games over the decades.
It would be impossible because they're made by all different kinds of companies, but I would love to see just a light gun collection. Like just put Time Crisis, House of the Dead, Area 51.
Oh yeah.
All of that shit in one big collection. Like that would be impossible, but that would still be really neat.
Yeah. And obviously, like, you need to figure out some way to make a light gun work.
Yeah. And VR.
Ooh,
yeah, VR would work. Yeah,
true.
Like if you're gonna do it, that's the way to do it, I guess.
Yeah. And finally, for this question, Niall, is Crackdown 3 as puzzling as it seems to be, released now in 2019? Now, you didn't play it yet, right?
I preloaded it, and then I went to play it when it released last night, and it told me it needed to patch another 20 gigs, so I haven't had a chance yet to play it. Oh boy. I will say that I have seen some footage of it, and like within about a minute of watching gameplay of it, I was like, oh, this looks exactly like Agents of Mayhem. Like it has the same sort of art style. It like looks like it controls and feels very similar. They're both like these brightly colored, neon lit, completely lifeless open worlds. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play it this weekend, but it seems like a weird thing to exist.
Now, you say it looks like Agents of Mayhem, which doesn't really sound like a compliment, but is there something there that you really like? Is that a compliment coming from you?
Oh god, no. Agents of Mayhem is like... I really like Saints Row, and Agents of Mayhem, I played that and was like, oh, these people made Saints Row, and this is kind of a spin-off of that, and... it'll probably be good. And then I played it and I was like, oh, this is...
Uh-oh.
This is bad.
So this is harkening to bad times.
Yeah, this is like... From what I've seen of it, it looks very... like, it reminds me in some ways as well of, like, that first wave of this gen's sort of open world games, like, stuff like Sunset Overdrive and stuff, in terms of the way the open world is structured and just like the mechanics of it, and not really doing much with the actual idea of a world and more being a big like sandbox to play around in as opposed to like creating a world. But again, I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet, so maybe next week I'll say more about Crackdown. But yeah, it certainly looks like a weird thing to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't tarry, or Terry will tear you apart.
Solon, I'd like you to apologize for that one.
Yeah.
No. Not a chance. Okay. That was incredible.
All right, fair enough.
How's Terry doing, by the way? That's all I really care about with Crackdown 3 is like, how is Terry doing? Is it fun?
He's in it.
Does he seem to have fun?
I guess.
He says the game is basically a Terry Crews simulator, so I don't know what that means. I guess maybe you have a button to like flex your pecs individually. I don't know. That's what you do with each trigger. Like, one trigger just flexes each pec.
That just seems so, like, almost dated at this point, but I guess it's kind of timeless.
Yeah.
Like, Terry's kind of timeless.
Yeah,
Terry Crews is great.
I like Terry Crews. He's a good actor. He's a funny dude. But
Yeah.
if all this game has going for it is that Terry Crews is in it,
That's more than a lot of games.
sure.
But also, yeah.
Still, I don't know. It just seems like I jokingly sort of called it this generation's Duke Nukem Forever last week, and from every review I've read of it, it sounds like maybe it actually is, and that's kind of a bummer.
Aww.
So, I don't know who was sitting there like salivating over the idea of a Crackdown 3 in 2019, but I'm sure somebody was.
Still a game where I almost want to care.
Yeah.
And I struggle to find myself caring.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that it's on Game Pass, I would not be
of course
touching it,
Alright. Anonymous asks, will Fire Emblem ever return from that vortex of horniness? It's just really embarrassing at this point. Nope.
No.
That's how they're making their money now. So no.
Once they went with the what was the lady with the purple hair and the
Camilla?
Yeah, once they went down that route, like, there was no way back for them. They were committing to horny.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that, because they've done kind of horny designs in the past. I would say once they put out a gacha game, that's the point of no return.
That too, yeah. Yeah, the swimsuit stuff in the gacha game was wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you have umbrage with the horniness that Fire Emblem has gone down, I'm sorry, but that's kind of it. That's how it's going to be for the foreseeable future. Let's see here. Anonymous asks, I finally just bought Persona 5 and was wondering if you ever got into a game way after everyone else was already done with it. Yeah, all the time. I mean, you only have a certain amount of money. You buy something a little late. I mean, I think the biggest one for me was The Witcher 3, because I got into that like a year after it came out, and I fell in love with it hard. Mm-hmm. So, just play stuff when you can.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of an example, because I know there's a ton of them, and none of them are coming to my mind right now.
Solon, do you have
I
one?
would recommend Danganronpa is good anytime you start it. Like, that's a game that I started really, really late, and now it's just like, wow, that was a whole experience that's just gonna kind of stick with me for a long time, and has like weird little echoes in my life because something like somewhat sideways references it. And so, yeah, no, that one's the one that got me. I did not realize it was going to be as long as it was when I first got into it, and then I was hooked, and it was too late.
Well, I mean, it's 3 whole games that you played, right?
And an anime.
And an anime. So you didn't play Ultra Despair
I did
Girls.
not. I haven't actually gotten to Despair Girls.
I mean, I'd be interested to hear what you thought of it.
I'll
go that far. It has its moments.
I know. It's gonna have some moments. I will get to it, and I will be way late to it and love it.
I like actually playing of it. I like the actual act of playing it.
Mm.
Just
Yeah, didn't it have some real bad shit in it?
Mm-hmm. But so does the anime, and
Yeah, I got through those.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have an answer? Or should we move on?
We can move on. I can't think of anything, even though I know there's a ton.
That's fine. Super Garbage Bunny asks, how many Goombas could you squish in a row? I mean, it depends on how close they are to each other.
And if they're in a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they're on top of each... No, I can't really jump very high.
No. I don't know. I mean, I'd say probably at least 4 or 5, I would say. I would hope. If I bounce off of them, I don't know, it would depend. I don't know if Mario has like a property when he bounces on a Goomba's head, because like he can lift off from squishing a Goomba. If I just jumped on one and it just went and that was it, then it would just be one.
Yeah, we don't know the physics of bouncing off a Goomba's head. Like, is it like a trampoline?
I guess. I don't know.
How many Goombas
Mario can do it?
How many Goombas could you squish in a row before you felt bad?
None.
One.
One, yeah.
I feel like I could go through like 4 before I would feel like, whoa, wait, what just happened? Oh no. And then after the 5th one, I'd be like, oh, this is bad. I've done something horrible and I need to hide the evidence immediately.
Yeah. They're not even like aggressive, you know? Like they just sort of walk around, you know, and it's Mario that's the problem. Like he's the one that fucking is allergic to them or whatever. Like they're not coming for Mario. They're just going about their business.
They've started to. They've got the angry eyebrows now.
Yeah. They're aggressive in like the 3D games. Like in the 2D games, they just walk back and forth. But in the 3D ones, like they'll see Mario and they'll run at him. So yeah, I mean, you know,
well,
it's still
you know, he has been like killing them all for 30 years, so maybe they're like angry with him,
ruining marriages.
Yeah.
Shulis asks, what 3-color combination is Nintendo going to obsess over after they're done with the 3 primary colors? I'm gonna say magenta, orange 2. And red again.
They can't get off that red. That's our color.
Yeah.
Beige, gray, and like a hot pink.
Okay.
I can just imagine all the Mario characters playing frickin' Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and Waluigi comes on over, puts a hand resting on Luigi's shoulder, just like, hey, brother, I wasn't represented either. It's okay, Luigi. They're not making a purple house for me. They're not making a green house for you.
It's fucked up.
Wario's having the fucking time of his life.
Harlequin Wheels asks, what's your favorite combo in a video game? It could be any sequence of moves or mechanics and the like that go together.
Launchers! I love launchers.
Anything that leads into a launcher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jump up in the air with them. Light punch. Medium punch. Light kick. Heavy punch.
Want to learn how to do a fucking infinite? God, I'm so glad I showed you that video. Just screams at the end. He's just for like 10 seconds.
You throw in the assist, you jump with them. You meet them at their level, and you can keep that combo going. If it's got a launcher in it, I'm there for it.
Now go straight! Now go diagonal! Now go straight! Now go diagonal! Oh boy, we're gonna have to link that video in like the show notes or something.
Yeah, you know how to do a fucking infinite.
Oh, that's such a good video. I don't know. I mean, I'm like more partial to moves than combos, you know, because I'm like, oh, I like this is my favorite move from a game, but you know, I'm not even really that much of a combo focused guy. I mean, I guess my favorite combo would be in Revengeance when you kill somebody and you just do the Zandatsu, you could slice them up. You can just sit there for like a minute straight, just cutting them into 900 pieces. I guess that's a combo.
It sure is. Mine is Jigglypuff. All of the Jigglypuff combos. Just when you get to be a ball of like doom by just existing in the exact same place as the other character's sprite, and you just make them play your game. That's so fun.
So your favorite combo is down B.
Just aerial A mix up, and then eventually be like, you know what? All right, I'll finish this. Down B.
Okay. Niall, what about you?
I would say I like the feeling of stringing together like a combo of like parkour moves in Mirror's Edge. Just that feeling of like, making a jump into a roll up a wall and then springboarding, spinning in the air into another roll, into a slide or whatever is just really smooth and nice feeling combo.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see here.
Great question.
The Mighty Mighty Bosstones asks, what 2 YouTube personalities would you choose as squad mates in Apex Legends? Personally, I would go with Badlands Chugs and Steve 1989 MRE info.
Oh, no.
Who's your squad mates, Niall?
You really don't want to be on a squad with Steve MRE because, I mean, he knows the tactics, but like I think he'd get a little too into it, He's like talking about what kind of rations that the Apex Legends have. That would be too much for me, I think. I think I would go with probably the Barbecue Pit Boys guy, and Custom Grow 420.
That's some King Canyon's privilege.
Yeah, that'd be a good like crew, two very different people to have with you. They each bring a very very different set of skills to the battlefield.
That's really interesting because you are playing a 3-player game with ostensibly about 6 people.
Right.
Because they all play the game together, the Barbecue Pit Boys. They all watch each other.
There's a different one on each button.
And so when you win, there's like that big pop-off because it's like 6 or 7 large men just cheering and like, yeah!
There's some weird like country rock just playing softly in the background at all times because they never shut their microphone off.
Yeah, you can hear their stereo in the background.
Yeah, you just hear Custom Grow 420 just, coughing up a lung every few seconds. It's real bad. I watched that video where Custom Grow 420 makes lean like a week ago, and that was...
What?
Yeah, and that was not good. He's just like spilling cough syrup all over the place while he's trying to put it in a bottle of Sprite, and it's just it's not a good video. You should not watch Custom Grow 420 drinking lean.
God.
I just
all right.
I want to be in
I think
go for it, John. Go for it.
I think my team, I definitely want LA Beast on my team because he seems like the kind of guy who would like hype you up constantly, make sure that you're not like and he would definitely be the type to like run in if you were getting ambushed or something.
Sure.
I would just imagine he would make that noise that he makes whenever he runs into a door. And my other squad mate, I think my other squad mate would probably be Eric Mealtime.
Oh God.
Yup.
Yeah, he would be mostly probably because I would look better compared to him. So like he would fuck up, and then everyone would be like, "Well, John also fucked up, but he didn't fuck up as bad as Eric Mealtime, so he can stay in the squad, but Eric needs to go."
Eric Mealtime, he's a hell of a multitasker. Like he had, again, more content. He put up a video recently where he was like wakeboarding while eating a banana and like holding a briefcase, and so he's probably pretty good actually at battle royale games.
God. It's fucked up.
I bet he'd never shut up while playing, though. I bet he'd be real annoying.
All right, we have one last question here.
I want to answer.
And again,
what about you, Solon? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I would actually go a very different route with my YouTube personalities because I think I would be playing a very different game with these squad mates. And that would be, I would like to drop with Dan Olson and Noah Caldwell-Gervais. Mm-hmm. And we wouldn't really like get to playing the game. We would drop and then go into a room, and then we'd kind of just talk for like an hour and a half, and then we'd get second place without equipping any weapons. We'd just wait for the guys to find us and shoot us, and then we'd be dead. But we'd have a really good discussion about battle royals for an hour and a half. Yeah,
and because, every game of Apex lasts for an hour and a half.
They only last 20 minutes. And yep. We'd just not be playing, but like trying to play. Just kind of walking around, looking at everything.
All right. We'll actually answer this last question now. I apologize.
Oh, really?
If you want to send in a question like these, it's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And this is from Anonymous. Do you prefer a slow roster reveal for upcoming games, or do you prefer having the whole group known immediately? I mean...
Immediately.
I have... Okay.
6 months out. Give me 6 months to just obsess over every possible combination of a character roster. No surprises. Nothing to shake things up or make things awkward or weird. When you suddenly are like, also... we're going to add Minecraft Steve to this roster. And I have to be like, oh, okay. Just give me 6 months to obsess over everything. And then I will get myself hyped up. I'm very good at that. And then it'll be out.
I prefer the slow drip. Because I like to think about the characters based on, I like to single them out, and I feel like if you drop them all at once, you lose some of that, for Mortal Kombat, I feel like it's less of a big deal if they're like, oh, hey, by the way, Liu Kang, Sonya, Jax, like, everyone's coming back, but, like, now they're like, oh, hey, here's the trailer. They just released a trailer for Jade.
Yeah.
And Jade's been a character for ages, but it's a bigger deal because A, like, they took the time to single her out, and B, they actually made her different. So, if they had just dropped a list of everyone that's in the new Mortal Kombat, less people would pay attention to Jade being different. Like, it's a good idea to separate it a little bit so people have a chance to look at all the different characters and they don't just stick to what they know already. They see what's different. They see the new characters. They see the changes to the old characters. I think it's a good idea to drip feed it a little bit. But at the same time, I also go crazy if there's a leak and it tells me everything. So, what do I know? I'm a hypocrite.
You have a very good point. I really like your point, actually.
Yeah, like, that Jade reveal, I was really, really happy about it, because one of the reasons I didn't play the last Mortal Kombat was because neither of my main characters that I play in Mortal Kombat were in it, and now one of them is, because I play as Jade or as Smoke, so seeing that reveal was super cool, and, like, seeing her be the focus of that reveal was great, and, yeah, like you said, like, if it was just the full roster, she would just be there, and maybe Smoke would be there, and it'd be just like, I'd be happy, but I probably wouldn't get to see much of them before release. If, all the coverage would be on, Sonya and Jax and Liu Kang and Raiden, like the characters everybody comes, or not that everybody comes to the game for, but like the main characters of that story, as opposed to,
or
Jade.
Hell... Everyone would be flipping out about the guest character.
Yeah. Everyone would be really stoked about, Review Bra being in the game now. And
oh, good for him.
Yeah. So it's a big get for WB.
God, I'm just imagining him like doing like fucking Scorpions. I think it's Scorpion where he does he thrusts his hand through your chest and grabs your heart and then crushes it.
Yeah.
Just imagining Review Broad doing that, but he grabs a cheeseburger through it and then pulls it back and starts eating it.
He grabs his mayonnaise that he pitched to Burger King. That's his finisher. He just pours mayonnaise down your mouth.
He forces you to eat the mayonnaise and they just keel over from heart failure, like right there.
So I cannot imagine Review Bra even touching a Kingdom Hearts game, a Mortal Kombat game, but I can absolutely imagine what his pose would be when the screen just says "finish him," and he just goes, "Ah," and like freezes there, ready to be finished.
God.
There's also the other side where it'll say finish him, but it's like his turn to do the finishing. And instead of like you being able to put in inputs and stuff, he just goes, now hold on just a moment. Finishing him, I don't know about this. And he just starts going. You can't stop it. It's 15 minutes of just him talking.
Yeah, he just talking in circles like he does. The other person eventually just falls over.
Now, Scorpion's head is definitely easily crushable by my fists. I did just shove my hand into his eye socket, and that did end up crushing his entire skull. So what am I going to be rating this fatality? Well, I'm going to be rating it a 7.8 out of 10.
Just barely above average on his review scale.
Oh my god.
God, fucking review, brah. I'm so scared of him. Just in general.
You're gonna see him one of these days.
I know, and I don't like it. Alright, well, that should do it for this week's show. Thank you two for being on.
Thank you, John.
Absolutely. Is there anything either of you wanna drop some plugs? Solon, I know you've been doing that new LP.
Yep, I've been fully into. I just finished Deltarune's Let's Play. Finally, I've gotten. I'm still playing the Void Rains Upon Her Heart because that game still whips ass and just had a big Valentine's Day update.
Nice.
And now I'm playing Arcade Spirits and just having a great time. Finally getting back into dating sims.
And that's on YouTube.
YouTube.com/Solenface.
Right.
That is correct. You absolutely know the place.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Now, do you have anything?
No, not really. Solon, I don't know if you're planning another stream on Sunday.
Ooh,
but
yes.
Yeah, I don't know what my schedule is like for Sunday when this is going to come out, but it would be like maybe if you were around again, Solon, we could stream more Apex or something because that was fun last weekend.
That was a lot of fun. I've been playing Lifeline ever since you started playing Lifeline, and I was like, wow, this character is the coolest person ever. She's a drummer. She's really cool. She's a healer. She has big drop packages that she just gives to people, and you can use those as traps to like. You can drop them on enemies if you're real cocky.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
pretty good.
So maybe on Sunday if I don't know, like maybe we'll see.
Hey, if you liked
That'd
it, I
fun.
loved it. Let's do it. Let's drop.
Yeah, hope if I'm around on Sunday, we should absolutely do some of that.
Hell yeah.
And we've also been working on something that we should be talking about a little bit more soon. Solon and I and a few others on the site.
I can't wait till we can.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I know we keep hinting at it, but that's because it's very exciting and I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
And a very big project, so like we hope people like it.
I shouldn't say anything more. I shouldn't spill it.
No, we shouldn't.
Mario Maker 2 levels, just...
Yeah, the police state levels.
Those aren't it. But they could be, if you want them to be.
So let's run down the usual. Twitter, at VGCC. Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. I'm going to thank Melt Channel for our theme song, Crush, off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their old stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com, and their new stuff is Magic Circuit on Spotify. So look up Magic Circuit, and you can listen to all of the Magic Circuit you want on Spotify. It's real good. If you want to hang out with us, our Discord server is thegamezone.zone. Play Apex, we watch bad anime and other bad YouTube content. Anything that you want. And finally, if you really like us, go to patreon.com/VGCC. You can get, for just $1, early episodes of our anime podcast, Chuchigatari Unlimited Train Works, and maybe more soon. Who knows? We'll find out soon. You'll find out soon. I mean, I know. You'll find out soon. And I guess that'll do it. We'll see you next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast.
Hey, Niall?
Yeah.
Badland Chugs' Mortal Kombat fatality would definitely involve taking off the head of his opponent and flicking it at the camera before drinking down his entire opponent, and just, it cuts to black and it says, Badlands Chugs is back.
And then you just hear him burping in the background.
He would have multiple fatalities, because one of them would be just like Sindel's fatality, but it would be him doing the monster burp.
Yeah. God, anytime he does that burp. He drank that kombucha the other day, and that was just the most disgusting burp I've ever heard in my life.
He was so displeased.
Yeah, he really did not like it.
God. Alright. We'll be back with another episode next week. Thanks for listening. So long.